All right. That's 6 May 2022. We are here on JCTV Africa, where we are looking at the developing story of Linda Masarira and the U.S. Embassy. We had scheduled the live broadcast to start at 12:30, according to her suggestion. But it seems she's still caught up. I didn't want to keep on postponing it. So I decided that let's start. If you guys have got any questions that you want to give to Linda, we're gonna give them to her. So the story that is there is that there is a video clip that was done by Rutendo Benson Matinyarare, and on that video clip, Linda Masarira, the lead president, is saying that she was offered 1 million by the U.S. Embassy after her detention during the time of, in 2016. So the U.S. Embassy has come out and they say that those are false allegations. So it has been going on around, and we want to find out from her, why should we believe her? Why would the U.S. Embassy, the embassy that is sponsoring, that is giving over 341 million US dollars in aid to Zimbabwe, 51 million in the past year. They have also, gave Zimbabwe about 250 million to the victims of Cyclone Idai. 2.5 million, to be exact, 2.5 million to victims of Cyclone Idai. Why would they be hell-bound to make sure that they have Linda Masarira to start castigating Zimbabwe and then take care of her family? We want to find out from that. So please, if you are here, send us your questions. And in the meantime, let me try to get hold of Linda Masarira here and see if she can be able to come online. Right, let me see if I can be able to. Okay, let's see if she can come online. She is responding. She has sent the messages. She has just blue ticked me. So we're just gonna find out if she is gonna come on board. But the questions is, okay, there you go. She's here. All right. Madam President, how are you?
I'm a bit tired. I think you can actually see that. I can't even open my eyes. I've been having interviews for the past 2 hours.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming through. How I understand you were in another Twitter space trying to explain about the bullying that was happening between you and Hope Watching On. But let's just dive into the interview. The question that people are asking is, why should people believe your story? And why should people say that you were offered 1 million by the U.S. Embassy, when we understand that the U.S. Embassy or the U.S. government is involved in a lot of things in terms of aid in Zimbabwe? Why would they offer you 1 million for you to castigate Zimbabwe? Can you maybe explain that to us?
Number one, I am telling my story and what happened to Linda Masarira. When I am telling my story, I'm not telling it for you to believe it or not to believe it. I am trying to protect the interests of Zimbabwe against an impending invasion. I know a lot of people feel like I'm exposing secrets that are not supposed to be known, and the systematic attacks on my person should actually be proof enough to those who are in disbelief. Let me say this candidly, that I am not going to sit back and watch foreign nations continue to plunder and loot our resources. Yes, we've got our own struggles as African people, but that doesn't mean that we have to trade our sovereignty and territorial integrity to foreign nations just because we're failing to deal with our in-house problems right here in Zimbabwe. After I was released from prison, I received several and numerous calls from different attaches from the US Embassy. They wanted to know my story. They wanted to understand what I was going through, why I was doing it. And in the process, they were also gathering information on how they would be able to use me to advance their US foreign policy on Zimbabwe. I am a smart person. I've never been moved by money. And today I want to set the record straight. I have never been paid by anyone to do the activism that I did since 2009. I have never been paid by anyone to form a political party. I've never been paid by anyone to own my opinion. I have never even been paid by ZANU or CIO or MID like what I'm saying on social media. Those are just attempts to try and silence me so that I do not speak my story. We are at a stage where the new scramble for Africa has taken a new twist. East Africa is now destabilized. West Africa was destabilized. Northern Africa was destabilized. The only region in Africa that was still enjoying relative peace and stability was Southern Africa. And how did they start coming to ensure that we are not stable? They start dividing us. They start funding funny projects to split Zimbabwe into half. They start funding Dudula operations for us to hate each other and have xenophobic attacks against each other. They come and fund terrorists in Cabo Delgado, and they come again and they say that they are trying to fight against terrorism. There's a lot that is happening. But because we do not pay attention to detail and we think that Americans are saviors because of the soft power and aid that they are using against us, we'll say at least they are giving us aid. Let me make it clear. We don't need aid from America, from Britain, from China, or wherever. We don't need their aid. If there's anything that Africa needs, not just Zimbabwe, are reparations. Europe built its wealth and their economies using resources from Africa, the same as America. But today, after years of liberation, pseudo-liberation to be precise, we want to say we want aid. We're running to the West and East with begging bowls for what? Are we just going to sit back and watch America recolonizing Africa, recolonizing Southern Africa, because some people are going to say they don't believe me? I don't care whether you believe me or not. I would not necessarily put my life on the line, compromise my personal security, spreading falsehoods. If you don't believe me, I don't care. I am fighting for the sovereignty of my country. I am fighting for Zimbabwe's territorial integrity. I don't care about anyone's opinions, but I'm going to expose everything that the Americans have been doing over the years to destabilize Zimbabwe. Their agenda will not work, and they will not silence me, and I'll speak out whether you believe me or not.
All right. But one might say that might be a little bit disingenuous looking at you are talking about this. I'm on your side on that part to say there's a lot of things that Americans do in order to destabilize Africa. But my question is, are you not being disingenuous when you are talking about the invasion or the invasion by America? Surely they did it in Libya, and they did not have the aid from the people from within. What would stop them from invading a country? They invaded a country which is bigger than.
They invaded Libya using Libyan people with the normative leverage that has been spread by the very same Libyan people. Let's get our facts right. They use local people to fight against each other and to set narratives to work against a nation so that they've got a reason to invade. Right?
Okay.
And let me remind you that this is not the first time I've raised these issues. And why is it all of a sudden this issue has gained momentum? Every time I've spoken about this issue, why didn't it gain momentum? That is food for thought. I can go and look for the links where I've spoken about these issues back then. But now it has become an issue because I'm trying to expose the shenanigans that they're trying to do next door. Why has it suddenly become an issue that has become so topical? Because I have disturbed their plans, I have exposed their plans, and now there's a systematic attack on Linda so that you don't listen to her. You tell her that she's broke. Yes, I am broke, but I will never take any dirty money to compromise my own independence, clarity of thought. I own my thoughts, I own my thought process, and no one can ever pay me any amount of money for me to change the way I think. I love myself and I love my independence, and no one can ever buy me. And that is one thing that Zimbabweans have to understand. I'm proud of me the way I am, and I will never take money from anyone, including the PF.
All right. But there is a bit of a disconnect, Madam President, to say you are talking about this issue of funding local people for them to rally again to go against the government. But the question that then comes is, if the
So are you saying that local people are not funded to go against the government? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not denying that fact, but I'm just trying to clarify a disconnect. I'm saying,
which disconnect?
According to your statement, you said that you were supposed to get perks for being a woman in politics. How does that become an issue of invasion of the US? How does that connect between the two? You are standing up for the rights of the women, which we know at this point in time they are being trampled upon. It's not so long ago you saw Mary Chiwenga. She's being brutalized. Why are you not standing up for her rights? So my question is, if you're standing up for the rights of the women,
I think every conversation that I'm being called to, I'm being asked to talk about Mary Chiwenga. Isn't this story about me and what you want to clarify? My position on Mary Chiwenga has been clear. That is a family issue. Both families, the Chiwenga and the Maiwa family, should sit down and resolve that issue. The very same way she got married. All of us cannot change the situation, and that is the truth. We cannot all change that situation, no matter how hard we talk about it. The only people who can change the situation are both families. And that is what they're supposed to do. And that is the truth. The court of public opinion will not change the situation. My family is in Gagare Pasi, I'm an African woman, I'm proudly African. I believe in our African systems. I am against anything that is Eurocentric. And the way that they've been trying to deal with their dispute, their marital bliss, cannot be dealt with by the courts. Their families have to put aside their pride and try and resolve the issue and save their children's demise, which is now a laughing stock on social media and any form of media. No, we have to be realistic, and I'll be realistic about it. I don't want to be dragged into other people's marital affairs the very same way I don't expect anyone to come into my marital affairs. I don't want anyone to engage in my marital affairs. I have seen the Zimbabweans trying to drag my ex-husband to say a whole lot of rubbish about me, which are falsehood. Did you ever see me responding to that? Wait, I want to finish this. Did you see me ever responding to that nonsense? No. Marital issues are not for public people, because when those two people got married, we were not there. Their families are the only people who can solve the crisis that they have. And people should also try to stay away from my marital issues, because it's none of their business.
Okay, I understand that part. But are you not, is it not the same stance that we see people taking whenever, like, if somebody has been raped in a family, if you take that stance and you say, we are not going to interfere in family businesses. If somebody has been raped by a family member, are you not, as activists of women's rights, supposed to jump in and be able to represent a victim?
Don't conflate issues. Don't conflate issues, my brother. Rape is a different issue, right? We are saying this is a marital issue that is before the court.
But it's an issue of rights. It's an issue of rights.
None of us can change the legal system. And we do not even have any jurisdiction to be discussing a case that is before the courts. Whatever opinion we have does not even matter in the court of law. Are we in agreement? Whatever opinion we have will remain an opinion.
Yes, but Madam President, haven't we seen people standing up for other people who are going to face a court of law? We have seen this even with the likes of Jacob Zuma. Anytime he would go to court, his supporters will come and support him, to stand in solidarity with him. Why haven't you, as standing up for the rights of women, stood up with Mary when she was going to court? That is my question. To say,
excuse me, I want to answer you. When I was in prison, did she stand with me? Did she even come to my court? Am I forced to stand in solidarity with the person? Now I'm just asking a question. I raised my opinion and I said
She
that
is
what
not
is
an
happening to
activist.
her is
She is not an
unfortunate.
activist. She
No,
was
no,
not an
no, 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 no.
activist
Don't
then.
try to gag me or push the narrative to me. I said what is happening to her is unfortunate, and I actually advised her to make sure that her families will deal with the issue. That is the best that I can do. You cannot force me to go to a court, and even if I go and stand in a court, will it change the situation that she is in? Will it?
No, it definitely it won't change. But let's not digress
So
from
why are you
the.
forcing me to go there? Mary,
No,
number one, is not my friend. She's not my friend. And I have said it before that she actually, you remember the farm invasion that she did, where she left families hopeless, where she left families staying in the streets and children. I tried to reach
but the
out
same
to her
government is
to
still
help
doing.
those people.
But,
Wait. I tried to ask for her assistance. Did she assist those families?
so
What is
is this
happening to her? Wait. What is happening to her is unfortunate. And I don't wish what is happening to her to happen to any other woman. And it is not fair. And I just pray that both families will set aside their pride and have discussions kugaradare pachivanu to resolve whatever is there so that the issues are taken out of the courts, because they are also compromising the leadership of this country. That is my opinion, and there's nothing more that I'm going to say about this issue. And if you want to continue discussing about that issue, you can discuss it on your own. I can just walk out of this interview. My opinion, I've said it. It's unfortunate what she's going through, and I feel sorry for her. But unfortunately, there's nothing that I can do to change the situation. Her situation can only be resolved by her own family and the family of her ex-husband.
okay, let's come back. We digress. We're taking an off ramp. Let's come back to the story that we had this interview for. You have said it in 2018 on an article that is in the Herald. You spoke about MDC having a vigilante or a militia that is being trained outside of the country. And up to now, you have not brought evidence to support what you are saying.
I sent the evidence. I sent the evidence where it was supposed to go. I sent the evidence to where it was supposed to go. It was not for you or any other person.
But how can we believe you if the evidence is not there?
Like I said, I am not bothered whether you believe me or not. I am not even affected. Those that went for the vigilante trainings know themselves. And have you ever heard them disputing that they did not go? Did they dispute that they didn't go? Why are you not asking them? Why didn't you ask them why they did not dispute that they went for trainings? Why not ask them first? And when they dispute themselves, no, I'm challenging you right now. Go and ask them if they did not go for those trainings. And when they say they have not gone, I will show you those who went, and I'll challenge you to ask them to produce their passports, all of them, and whether they did not all travel at the same time and come back the same time. Okay.
All right. You are saying that
I only have 2 minutes, so can you hurry? Because I've got another engagement at 1:10.
No. We okay.
We had 15 minutes and we've got 18 minutes now.
Okay, I am asking the question. You told us a story in 2018, and that story you have not proven it.
I have answered you. I have answered you.
I'm proving the question because
number one, I went and presented my testimony to the commission, not to you and not to any other person. Number two, the commission actually got the information that they wanted. And it is not my business to go to the commission and say, the commission, go and give people like you the evidence that I came to produce to you. If you want it, go and ask for it from the commission.
No, you interjected me when I was asking a question.
I've already responded to you. What other question do you want to say? You wanted the evidence. The evidence is with the commission. Go and get it to the commission.
We can only speak, we can't speak at the same time. I am asking the question to say, you have said that you have evidence that you said that US Embassy had all these packs that you said Surely they can't give you those specs without any evidence that you were that can prove that surely they wanted to give you that 1 million. Surely that evidence should be presented, and you have the honors to give that to the people of Zimbabwe to say they wanted us to divide us as a country. I'm on your side here. I don't want US to invade Zimbabwe, but I want you to prove to me so that I can be on your side.
Unfortunately, the very same US you're talking about swept the emails that were interacting with each other. And I even put it on Twitter. They are more technologically advanced than us, and they've swept. And have you ever asked yourself the question on why a whole embassy decided to respond to a single individual? Why would they do that if I was lying? I've challenged them to present the grants that they gave to other people, they gave their awards, so that we can also analyze if they were given in uniformity.
But those grants, they are on their website. Those grants are on their website.
That is only proof. Nyaya is between me and US Embassy, and it has got nothing to do with you. Let me finish my war with the US Embassy. It has nothing to do with all of you. Opinion. My opinion. I'm not bothered. The issue is between me and US Embassy. Thank you and good day. I did not even come to you as the one who asked for the interview. The issue is between me and US Embassy, not with you.
But on the grant, it's written 5,000 to 10,000. Nothing close to 1 million.
Why are you affected by it? Why are you affected by my issue?
On the email that you posted, it's written 5,000 and 10,000 grants, not something close to 1 million. Where did you get that 1 million figure?
That is paralysis of analysis. I said that email that you want to email yangu. The email that we were using, the emails were swept, and they are no longer there. That is one of the correspondences that I had with them. And the issue to do with the 1 million was not even discussed in an email. It was discussed in a meeting at the US ambassador's residence. Okay, I was looking for the invite of those meetings that I attended with them to show you that I actually went for those meetings where they were discussing about those issues. So I'm reiterating that the issue is between me and the US Embassy. It's not for you. My issue is not for you. Okay,
if there's
anyone who's supposed to be, if there's a person who is supposed to be interrogating me,
and now you're saying that it was
if there's anyone who is supposed to Shamari, my journalists, the emails were swept away, and the emails were invitations to the discussions to discuss these things. And that is the proof that I wanted to give there. Whether you want to say it was what verbal, was what chi, the issues between me and the US Embassy. And it happened that it's not your issue. Whether you believe it or you don't believe it, I am actually not bothered. Okay.
No, I understand, Madam President, but you have not finished answering the question that I had posed to you.
I have another meeting to attend to. You had asked for 15 minutes. I have to love you to leave you and leave me to solve my issues with the US Embassy without interfering.
The question still remains, why are you bringing it to the court of public opinion if you want us to assist you so that we don't, because if US comes and invades Zimbabwe, you and I are going to be affected.
Did I ask for your assistance?
You have to prove to us that.
At what point did I ask for your assistance? At what point did I ask for any other person's assistance? Where did I ask for anyone's assistance?
You were saying,
where did I
said
ask?
on the top of the show that
you want to assist me. Did I ask you for
cannot have our sovereignty compromised? And I'm asking you, let's help you to stop the US invasion in Zimbabwe.
I don't want to be helped because you're not the ones who went for the meetings with them. I will solve my issue on my own because I am the one who was interacting with you. Don't get involved in my issues. I don't need your help.
So
thank you and good day.
If Zimbabwe gets invaded, are you going to be happy? You see, there you go. She has gone.